Welcome back to the channel. This is my conclusions from a month with the Nautilus. It's not really a month, it's more like 3 weeks. But anyways, here's what I learned. Start with the positives. So, the Nautilus has one of my favorite biases I've ever felt on a Balisong. It is so comfortably handle bias. And sense of the weight, which I also like. It's super light and it almost flies in my hand. The G10 gives it so much grip and makes it feel so much thinner, but also thicker at the same time. It's a really weird experience. And the tang pins, which I also like, is muted by the G10, which makes a noise that I really adore. Alright, that wasn't really a good sound test. Clip to a good sound test right now. This is with the carbon honey inside of it. So yeah, I just oiled up in that sound test video. So yeah, I really just love the sounds of every dink and every ice pick. Except for now, apparently. And I love how it just flies in my combos and just sticks to my hand every single time I do anything. It's really good. Oh, fuck. So, from that into the negatives. First of all, white G10. My fingers get chalky. I don't mind the chalk, but some of you might, so just think to note, if you don't like that feeling, don't go for Nautilus. I don't know how the black G10 is, but the white G10 definitely chalks up your fingers. As you see, the G10 is a little bit dirty. I do clean this though, regularly, but now it's dirt all up in there. Yeah, you have to clean it after every drop. So that's a negative. Then here comes the real negatives. Since you have this construction with G10 and channel aluminum, so don't make it too thick. You have to decrease the channel space here. So you have the very decreased channel space. It's super small and a super thin blade. But you see, even though it's super thin, it's only a little bit wiggle room. You see, it almost wiggles in there directly out of the box. So you have about a week with perfect tolerances, and then you drop it once and you're fucked. So that's one of the negatives with Nautilus, that the durability pretty much sucks. For me at least. For most people. I know there's some people have good Nautili, but I'm certainly not one of those people. You can send it into Squid to get it fixed, but I suspect that if I do, mine will come back with the exact same problems. So, what can you do? You could either just ignore it and then have your Nautilus just over and over and over again until it looks like a scraped remain of what it was. Or you can do what I did. You tape mod it. This is because these are super sharp. I do feel it, so the indicator still works. And I don't cut myself, which is the best part of it. And these are just to thicken the blade, just barely, so the steel never touches the aluminium. And if it does, the tape will hit the inside and don't produce as sharp of a sound, so I don't hear it, because you get muted out by the natural sounds of the Balisong, which means that the negatives I don't get, and I don't hear them, and since it's electrical tape, it won't tear up that easy, so it will stay on there, and I put a bit of a glue inside of it so it won't unravel. So yeah, and since it's a super thin layer, it won't get the blade stuck, and it's a super thin layer, so it won't mess up the weight distribution, which means I get a perfectly tuned Nautilus without even tuning it. So yeah, I will make a tutorial on how to do that, but I think it's really simple, so maybe I don't. Maybe I make a short of it, because I mean we all know how to tape something, so maybe that's not necessary. So yeah, that's what I've learned. And yeah, the Nautilus is super good. But if you're not up for taping your Nautilus, and you don't like the scraping sound, and you don't want your $270 Balisong to have these problems, don't go for Nautilus. Just go for anything else. But if you're like me, don't care, thinks this tape model looks actually pretty sick, and love the Nautilus, and don't mind the cons, then yeah, go for it. Well, that has been it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.